Hello everyone and welcome to my review of Dune, Part 2, the epic sci-fi sequel directed by Denis Villeneuve and starring Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, and many more. This movie is based on the second half of Frank Herbert's classic novel Dune, and it continues the story of Paul Atreides, the young heir of a noble family who joins forces with the Fremen, the native people of the desert planet Arrakis, to fight against the evil Harkonnen clan and their allies. Dune, Part 2 is a monumental genre-defining cinematic achievement that delivers on every level. The film is visually stunning, with breathtaking landscapes, spectacular action scenes, and incredible special effects that bring to life the rich and complex world of Dune. The cinematography by Greig Fraser is masterful, capturing the beauty and the brutality of the desert environment, as well as the contrast between the different cultures and factions. The film also features a haunting and immersive score by Hans Zimmer, who uses a variety of instruments and vocals to create a unique and powerful musical identity for the film. The acting is superb, with every cast member giving a memorable and convincing performance. Timothée Chalamet is brilliant as Paul, who undergoes a dramatic transformation from a naive and reluctant hero to a charismatic and ruthless leader. He portrays Paul's inner conflict, his visions, and his emotions with subtlety and intensity. Zendaya is captivating as Chani, Paul's love interest and guide, who shows him the ways of the Fremen and challenges him to embrace his destiny. She has a strong and magnetic presence, and she shares a great chemistry with Chalamet. Rebecca Ferguson is also outstanding as Lady Jessica, Paul's mother, and a powerful member of the Bene Gesserit, a secretive order of women with extraordinary abilities. She shows Jessica's strength, intelligence, and vulnerability, as well as her devotion and fear for her son. Javier Bardem is impressive as Stilgar, the leader of the Fremen, who respects and follows Paul, but also questions his motives and methods. He brings a lot of charisma and gravitas to the role, and he has some of the most memorable lines in the film. The film also does a great job of adapting the complex and dense story of Dune, which is full of political intrigue, religious symbolism, and ecological themes. The film follows the book closely, but also makes some changes and additions that enhance the narrative and the characters. The film explores the consequences of Paul's actions in the first part, as he becomes a messiah figure for the Fremen, but also a threat to the established order of the galaxy. The film also shows the different perspectives and motivations of the various factions involved in the conflict, such as the Emperor, the Spacing Guild, the Bene Gesserit, and the Harkonnen. The film does not shy away from the dark and violent aspects of the story, but also balances them with moments of humor and emotion. The film's villain, Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, played by Stellan Skarsgård, is one of the most terrifying and despicable characters ever put on screen. He is a ruthless and sadistic tyrant who will stop at nothing to destroy the Atreides and reclaim Arrakis. He is also physically grotesque, with a bloated and diseased body that requires him to use anti-gravity devices to move. He is a stark contrast to Paul, who represents a new and hopeful vision for the future. The film also introduces some new characters, such as the Emperor's daughter Princess Irulan, played by Zendaya, who narrates the film and provides some historical and cultural context for the audience. The film also has a runtime of 166 minutes, which might seem long, but it never feels boring or dragged out. The film is well-paced and structured, with each scene serving a purpose and advancing the plot. The film also manages to balance the exposition and the action, giving enough information to the audience without overwhelming them with too much detail. The film also has a lot of surprises and twists, especially in the final act, that will keep the viewers on the edge of their seats. One of the most impressive aspects of the film is how it concludes the story of Dune, while also teasing the possibility of a third part. The film ends with a satisfying and emotional resolution for Paul and Chani, as well as a major victory for the Fremen against the Harkonnen and the Emperor. The film also hints at the larger implications of Paul's rise to power, and the challenges and dangers he will face in the future. The film also leaves some questions unanswered, such as the fate of some characters, the role of the Bene Gesserit, and the origin and purpose of the spice. The film also features a post-credits scene that reveals a shocking revelation that will change everything for Paul and the galaxy. Dune, Part 2 is one of the biggest hits of 2024, breaking several box office records and receiving critical acclaim. The film has been praised for its faithful and creative adaptation of the source material, its stunning visual effects and production design, its excellent cast and performances, its epic and immersive score, and its ambitious and visionary direction. The film is a towering feat of sci-fi cinema, and a worthy successor to the first part. It is a must-see for fans of the genre, and for anyone who appreciates a well-crafted and compelling story. Dune, Part 2 is not just a movie, it's an experience. The film also has many positive points that make it a remarkable and enjoyable experience. The film showcases the diversity and richness of the Dune universe, with different cultures, languages, and religions. The film also explores the themes of destiny, free will, prophecy, and ecology, and how they affect the characters and the world. The film also has a strong emotional core, with the relationship between Paul and Chani, as well as Paul and his mother, being the driving force of the story. The film also has some humorous moments, mostly from the witty and loyal Thufir Hawat, played by Stephen McKinley Henderson. However, the film is not without its flaws. Although they are few and minor, some of the characters are underdeveloped, such as the Emperor's daughter Princess Irulan, who only appears briefly and does not interact with Paul. Some of the dialogue is also clunky and exposition-heavy, especially when explaining the complex concepts and terms of the Dune lore. Some of the action scenes are also too chaotic and hard to follow, especially the final battle, which involves multiple factions and weapons. Some of the special effects are also inconsistent, especially the sandworms, which sometimes look realistic and sometimes look cartoonish. Despite these drawbacks, Dune, Part 2 is a masterpiece of science fiction cinema, and a worthy conclusion to the epic saga of Dune. It is a film that will satisfy the fans of the books, as well as attract new audiences to the fascinating and immersive world of Dune. It is a film that deserves to be seen on the biggest screen possible, and to be experienced with an open mind and heart. Dune, Part 2 is a film that will stay with you long after the credits roll, and will make you eager for more adventures in the Dune universe. Thank you for watching my review of Dune, Part 2. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the film. This is Team GTR signing off.